welcome back to our one Halloween-themed movie a day countdown to Halloween. My God, that's such a mouthful to say. Yesterday's was the Phantasm movie, or Phantasm, excuse me. And today's is going to be one of my other favorite horror films from the 80s. And this special episode here is going to be a little shout-out to my buddy Neil, that used to be my lead at Sony. This movie is written and directed by one of my favorite horror writers next to Stephen King and H.P. Lovecraft, and that would be, of course, Clive Barker. This movie is probably definitely one of the classics when it comes to horror films. It's probably his most well-known, next to some of his other movies that he came out with, which, oh, God, some of you guys are probably going to be really pissed off that I can't even remember them. I'll remember in a second or two. Anyway, the movie, ladies and gentlemen, is Hellraiser. And, sorry, the movie I was thinking about there for a second, let's backtrack. The other one I was thinking of was Nightbreed, which some people haven't seen, but you never know, you might see that pop up on this one, or you might not. Anyway, the movie that we're reviewing today is going to be Hellraiser. It's definitely in my top 10 of horror films. It's a real good mix of, like, sadomasochism meets, like, like, sex and horror, like, all mixed up together. For some people, it's a really kind of an uncomfortable movie to watch, just because of the subject matter. And it deals about this lady's boyfriend pretty much just comes back from the dead, and he's being chased by these demons. And there's this little box that, you know, if you play around with it unleashes hell. Why don't you check this little preview out and tell me what you think.
Come to Daddy. Get the fuck off of me! Who are you?
Explorers in the further regions of experience. Demons to some, angels to others. No, you solved the box. We came. Now you must come with us. Taste our pleasures. We'll tear your soul apart.
And wow, that was Hellraiser. Woo! Just a little side note, and some kind of useless information for some people. The box is usually, I think they just call it the puzzle box. But it's actually a lament configuration is actually what kind of puzzle box that is. And then I did hear some cool news that, I think it was a few years ago, that they're supposedly going to be doing a remake of Hellraiser. I haven't read up online or anything to see if that went through or not. But, yeah, you never know. But anyway, on another side note, I did get a chance to meet Clive Barker in 2005 after a panel discussion he did, in which he talked about a project he was working on, and he talked about writing. And in the minute or two that I got to talk with him, which is his publicist was really nice about letting the fans speak with them, he pretty much told me point blank, you know, if you want to be a writer, he's like, there's two things you need to do. The first one was write what you think and feel, or write how you think and feel. And two, don't be afraid of what other people think and feel of what you write, because a writer's job is to write the things that nobody wants to talk about, but are always thinking about. Pretty kind of cool words, I think. But anyway, check out Hellraiser, and then we'll catch you tomorrow.